morning. I'm currently just getting ready a little bit after my shower because I was supposed to go for a run this morning, but I didn't. To be fair, it kind of sucks because I'm not really in the position to be skipping any runs right now because I have marathons to run in literally like 2 to 3 weeks. But I've just had so much trouble recently. First of all, going for a run in the morning, and every time I don't want to go in the morning, and then I'm like, okay, I might go in the afternoon, and then in the afternoon I'm like, I don't want to go for this run, and then I end up not going for the run at all. But as I said, I shouldn't be skipping runs anymore, so I'm gonna have to see if I can still go on my easy run later today. But first I'm gonna go make a coffee and then finish my work tasks for the week because today is Friday. Recently I've actually had quite a lot of trouble focusing at home. I think mainly because I work from home so much that you just get distracted a lot with other things that you want to do, and just I feel like I just get distracted a lot at home. And sometimes it works for me if I go work from a cafe or something, but recently I've also just not really been doing that because I honestly don't even know why. And I don't know, I've just been trying to trick my mind into actually finishing things and doing like one task at the same time, because I feel like my mind can also be so busy with so many different things that it helps if I just focus on one thing at a time. And something else that's been working is kind of just planning a few time blocks, so I know that I have like a specific task that I'm working on for like the next 2 hours, for example, and then after that I'm either finished with the task or I can focus on something else and take a little break in between. I feel like that's also just much nicer and also easier on my mind. So today I still have quite a few tasks that I still need to finish from this week, and I already started work this morning because I didn't go on my run, but I did go out of bed and actually start a few to-dos. And then I actually walked to the supermarket because I had a few things that I wanted to get and they didn't have it at that supermarket, so I had to walk to another one. And I've honestly already had quite a busy day already, so I'm quickly gonna finish getting ready and then I'm gonna make a coffee. You guys know how obsessed I am with my coffee machine, but today we're actually not using her because last night I was unfortunately doom scrolling on TikTok and I came across this TikTok from this Dutch food influencer. And when it comes to food and drinks, I'm gonna be honest and say that I really trust her and her taste. So she made this video about a banana iced latte that's supposed to taste like the 7-Eleven ones, and I have never been to a 7-Eleven, but it seems super cool and I just had to try it. Because after I was watching her video for way too long, my whole For You page obviously turned into this like banana iced latte kind of thing. So I had to run to the supermarket and get the ingredients for this. I was a little bit skeptical at first, specifically about the banana milk. I don't know, it just seems kind of weird, but then at the same time it sounds absolutely delicious and good to me, so we're just gonna have to try it. This is the banana soy milk from Opro, and then the other key ingredient to this is actually this, which is basically like an instant coffee, which also means your ice cubes aren't watering down as much because you don't pour like hot espresso over your coffee. And I got this one in the vanilla flavor and I'm honestly just really excited to try. So I'm gonna go grab 2 of my favorite cups. We actually had to reorder these because one of them broke in the dishwasher, so we got a new set and oh, I'm so obsessed. These are the cold cups from Within Mood. I've linked them in the description, but I always get so many questions about these and honestly they're like my favorite thing in the world. They are pricey, I gotta say. I think it's like 30 something euros for 2 cups. I honestly actually don't even know, I'm just saying something, but the shipping from Germany is quite expensive. I think that's like 10 to 15 euros also. I mean, I think they're totally worth it, but they are pricey. Okay, so ice cubes. I did also see a TikTok about this, that the substance of this milk is kind of like as if it's expired, like as if there's, I don't know how to explain it, but I think that's how it's supposed to be. So we're just gonna trust that because I just got this milk. And then lastly we're gonna add the espresso concentrate, and I saw people saying that this is quite strong, so I'm gonna try and not add as much. I'm really curious actually. Let's see. I feel like I've put enough of the espresso. Let's try. I mean, it's good, but I don't know why this was not how I thought this was gonna taste. It is pretty good. I don't actually know if I would make it again, but I've also never been to a 7-Eleven, so maybe that one's even better. We'll see one day if I get to go to a 7-Eleven to actually try the real one. But yeah, I'm gonna also make one for Job and then get to work and hopefully be on time with finishing all of my tasks for today. We finally booked our summer trip, and now I made kind of a whole to-do list planning kind of thing for the next like 4 weeks, which is absolutely crazy, and I feel very stressed about it, but I knew I was gonna feel stressed, and therefore I didn't plan that much for this week yet. Like, the actual detailed planning is starting next week, so today I just need to finish a few things from this week and kind of just also take a little bit of a moment for myself to actually get ready for the upcoming few weeks. So yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy this and get to work. I'm having such a lovely morning. I'm gonna be honest here, I haven't read a single book, and I think not even like 3 pages the past month, I think. Maybe even longer. I just haven't made reading a priority, and every time I would start a book I would just hate the book. And I don't think it's because I actually hate the book, but I think it's mostly because when I'm not in the routine of reading, I can't read like complicated stories, I guess you could say. So I asked my friend Emma, who owns a bookshop, which is a very cute bookshop by the way, go check it out if you live in Rotterdam or in the Netherlands for that matter. So I asked her for some advice on books to get me out of this reading slump, because I feel like I needed kind of an easier book, because all of the books that I have at home are kind of complicated stories. So she actually recommended me this book, which is Loved One by Aisha Maharar. I'm definitely not pronouncing that right, but she recommended me this book, and I've actually seen it before and I was quite curious. It is about grief, so you might think that's also kind of a complicated topic for that matter, but she said it's a very funny story. And on the top here it says the funniest book you'll ever read about grief. So I'm actually really curious, and I started it this morning, and I was gonna do like a little spring vlog, but the weather honestly completely shifted. Like yesterday it was just raining all day, and then this morning it was also raining, but now it looks like the sun is coming out a little bit, but I don't want to be hopeful because I think it's still gonna rain today. I feel like yesterday I didn't really record a lot. I had to run some errands because we have a wedding next week, and it's the first time we're actually attending a wedding, so Job still needed an outfit for that. We're really late with these outfits, I'm just gonna point that out here. I don't usually wear dresses, so obviously I need a dress, and then I also need proper shoes because I do have one pair of heels, but like later in the day I don't want to be wearing wearing heels, but I don't really have other like classy shoes, and then my bags are also not very classy, so I still need to look for those and my other dress option, because I've ordered like 5 or 6 dresses now and I just wasn't convinced about them. But a few weeks ago I saw one that I was completely obsessed with from the start, but it wasn't being sold yet and it came out on Thursday, so I immediately ordered it with express shipping, so it would come yesterday, and it arrived last night, and today I just need to make a decision on what dress I want to wear. But I think I already know. But I'll show you those later because I'm actually obsessed with the color of this dress. It looks so cute. But anyways, we went to a few stores because I wanted to get a new book and I wanted to get a face mask. We just went into a couple of stores, but I was very overwhelmed. Yeah, that pretty much sums up what I did yesterday. And now I've just started my morning starting this book. And I'm actually really curious. I'm only on page 6 now, so I can't really say anything about it yet. But I'll keep you updated on whether I like it and if it's gonna get me out of my reading slump, because I just really need to try and read more in the evenings, because recently I can tell that every night I'm just literally scrolling on my phone, and I know that is a problem. Well, problem is a big word, but I do notice that I'm on my phone a lot more recently. Like, I had this period where I was so good at reading and going on walks and just different hobbies that would get me off my phone, and recently being on my phone is just the only thing that I've done. And I can tell that if I'm busy, that's the thing that I reach for, but I know that in the end it doesn't help me, because if I'm busy, I want things that kind of get me out of my mind, instead of like, if I'm watching a lot of TikToks, that doesn't like relax me in any way. So that's just something I want to prioritize the upcoming few weeks. So yeah, I'm gonna read a few more pages and then get ready for the day. I just realized this is the first vlog after I dyed my hair, and I honestly love it so much. I always do the same color, and my hair has gotten so dark the past few years that every time I do highlights now, which is literally like once a year, the difference gets bigger every time, and I'm actually loving it to be a bit more blonde again. I really like it. But right now I'm actually about to head out. Job and I are kind of having our own little day today, because Job is already out in the city center because it's my birthday next week and he wanted some alone shopping time. By the way, when you guys are watching this, it is actually my birthday if you're watching it on the day that this was uploaded. He went out to some shops and I'm about to go also into the city center, which might be a stupid idea because I kind of just really hate being in the city center on the weekend, because it's so freaking crowded and I just get so overstimulated. And I also kind of don't really like shopping in stores, because whenever I'm looking for something I can't actually find it. Because recently I've been kind of wanting to focus a little bit more on like having a capsule wardrobe, because right now I always feel like I have nothing to wear, which kind of is not true, but I also don't have like a lot of nice basics to grab for, and I love basics. Like, I really like wearing basics, and then sometimes having like a pop of color or like any pattern on it, but usually I'm pretty good with just basics. So I have a few things that I kind of want to look for, because I want a new comfy pair of jeans, because I just don't really like my jeans, and I just don't have like a good pair of just nice jeans that I can reach for when I don't know what to wear. So I think I want to go to the Jean Tricot store if it's not too crowded, and I also want to stop by COS because I have one of their white t-shirts which I really like the quality of, but I got a size small and I think I would like it more if I got a size medium. So I'm gonna see if they have that in a different size, and I also need to look for shoes for the wedding. And then I also saw a TikTok that they have these really nice basics, like basic tops at Bershka, so I think I'm gonna also look at those. So yeah, those are pretty much the things that I kind of want to look for, but I just hate it when it's so crowded. And I know it's a Saturday, so I probably shouldn't go to the stores today, but I'm so busy the next couple of weeks. I don't want to keep talking about it, but I know that I don't really have any other time to go to the stores. So if I don't find them today, I can still do like an online order, but I also don't really like doing that. So I'm just gonna check the stores and see. But this is literally the only weekend that we're home until July, which sounds absolutely crazy, but we're going on a 3-week trip in June, and before that this is the only weekend that we're actually home. So we also just want to be at home today, but I do have, like I said, a few stores that I want to pop by because I always leave things until like the last week and then I'm just too late. Like now with this wedding, the wedding is in 6 days and I don't even have shoes. So I just want to be on time with this because we're going to Indonesia and I know that I'm gonna want to have like basic tops. Like I don't think if you're traveling around Indonesia you need a lot of like cool, well, depending on what you'd call cool, but I don't think you need a lot of special complicated outfits. I think I mostly want to wear like basic tops with like shorts, but I don't even have shorts. So I feel like if I can look for those kind of today and then if I don't find them, I still have time to order it. But otherwise I will just leave it until the last week and then you don't have enough time to actually order things. So yeah, like I said, Job is already in the city center, so I'm gonna text him because we are gonna meet at a cafe later. I really hope we're gonna try a new cafe called Two Story. It's not new anymore. I think it's been there for quite a while now, but I've never been there and they have this like Scandi breakfast, which, oh, I really want to go there and it's very central. So yeah, I'm really hoping we're gonna go there for a little coffee date and then just be pretty much home for the rest of the day. Like whenever I know that I'm leaving soon, the only thing I want to do is just be at home, which I guess is a good sign. So yeah, let's go.
Not going according to plan. Some things I just won't understand. Never controlling the ways I've been molding, folding up time in your hand. I wouldn't be surprised if the daylight breaks and you can't stay. You got places to be. It would still be enough for me.
I just came home and I think I shopped for a little bit too long because I was doing really well, and then after our little coffee date I got so overstimulated. Maybe it's because I literally tried on either jeans or trousers in every single store that I went into today. Shopping just overstimulates me and I was doing really well until after our coffee date. I knew that's when I should have gone home, but I didn't want to give up on my search because my search for jeans, a bag and the shoes was kind of unsuccessful. I did take home a few tops that I want to show you, but honestly, was it really unsuccessful? I don't know, because I did find 2 pairs of trousers that I was actually obsessed with. A few weeks ago I saw this TikTok where this girl had these yellow COS jeans on, and honestly to me they looked a little bit more like green-ish, like green brownish. They are yellow but they just looked a different color, and I didn't end up ordering them because I already have butter yellow jeans and I felt like if they were actually yellow I wouldn't wear them because I don't need 2 pairs of yellow jeans. But now that I was in the store I really wanted to at least try them on and see if the color was actually green or yellow, and oh my god, I was actually quite obsessed. These jeans were too big, like they only had a big size, but I just had to try them on just to see what they would look like, and I did really like them. They were a bit more like not butter yellow but still yellow, but more like a little bit brown greenish. I don't know, just the fit and like the pockets at the front, I loved it. And as I was walking out I actually did see this other pair of jeans that I was like, oh my god, I think I'm actually really gonna like those, but I didn't want to try them on because I knew they would be pricey. I don't know how to say this, but I feel like most girls can relate that weight is a struggle within women and girls and everything, so I can't really justify buying jeans for like 100 euros and then 2 weeks later the sizing is not really good anymore. So I didn't really feel like trying them on because I was like, if I'm really gonna like them I want to get them, but they're like, I think they were like 90 euros, and what if in 2 weeks it doesn't fit the same anymore because of your weight, you know? So I thought I wouldn't be able to justify that, but then I tried on jeans in every single store that I went into and every one of them I hated it. So in the end I went to the other COS store and they only had 1 size left, so I tried them on just to see what the jeans would look like, and they were clearly too big. But I think I might order them, but I'm gonna have to go back to the other clothes store tomorrow, so I might see if they have other sizes, because I actually was obsessed with them. So I'll check that tomorrow, but if not, I might just order them, because I talked to him about it and he was like, if you always buy things that are just a bit cheaper, but you buy like 3 pairs of cheap jeans because you don't want to buy 1 pair of more expensive one, most of the time end up spending more money than if you just buy the thing that you're actually obsessed with, because I really like these jeans. Anyways, moving on to the things that I did buy. I had a few specific things that I was looking for. I really wanted to get this lace top from Bershka. I have been seeing these so much, like literally the past like year or so, but I never actually got one, and I do think they're so classy with like black pants or in the summer with shorts. I feel like they can look really cute. So I got these from Bershka together with 3 basic tops. I got this one in black, and I don't know if you can really see it, but it has a little bit of detail here. Like the neckline is a little bit more detailed, which I think it makes it a little bit less basic. And I also wanted to get this in white, but it was very see-through. So I'm just gonna look for a few tops that are not very see-through. So if you have any tips for white tops that are not see-through, let me know. And then I also got this dark brown basic top. As I said, I just want a few basics that I can just wear whenever in the summertime, and I'm obsessed with brown, and brown can look good with jeans or like white trousers, so that's another staple. And then I got this top, which is dark blue, and honestly, I don't know why, but this just looked so comfortable. I can't wait to wear that. Then I got the white t-shirt from Kohl's that I was talking about, but I was opening it when I got home and I actually noticed that there's a stain on it, and there's also a little hole in the back that I didn't see. So I'm gonna go back to the store tomorrow to exchange that, and then maybe I can also look for the jeans if they have that in a different size in that one. And lastly, I got this polka dot top from Zara. I don't really have a lot of actual tops, so that's why I got so many tops, but I really like this, and it's supposed to be like this, but I really like it if you turn it around and cut the label out and you have like the high neck in the front. I really like it like that. That was my little shopping haul, and then I also wanted to show you the wedding guest dresses that I got, because this is the first wedding that I'm actually going to, so I'm already not really a dress type of person. I don't usually wear a lot of dresses. I got 2 yellow dresses from Gina Tricot. I don't think I'm gonna try all of these on, but this is the first one, and this was way too big, and I feel like the lace is just a little bit too sexy for a wedding. I don't know. I don't think I would feel comfortable in this at a wedding. Then I got another yellow dress, and this one was actually quite classy. Job really liked this one. I didn't really feel comfortable in it because I felt like this was still kind of big, but I do think that's how this dress is supposed to look, but I just didn't really like it on me. I don't know. I feel like if I put a dress on, I have to immediately be like, okay, I love this, or I don't love it, but that's okay. But I don't know, I just didn't really love this as much. Then I have a dress from Naked that is one of my options. I feel like in my mind I already made up my mind, so this was one of the options. This is an orange dress, and it has these little, like, I don't even know what you'd call this. It's pretty basic, but then this makes it a little bit more fun. This dress actually really had a shot, and I ordered this in 2 sizes, and I really like it, but for some reason when I was wearing this I wasn't like 100% sure, and a few weeks ago I saw this dress on Instagram and I really wanted to get it, but it wasn't out yet, and now a few days ago it came out and I just knew I had to order it, because when I saw that dress online I was immediately like, I need to try. So I ordered it and it came in yesterday. I do feel like this is the one that I'm gonna wear. It's basically kind of like coral pink-ish, and it has a little flower at the front and kind of an open back a little bit. I'm so obsessed with this color. It's so like colorful and also chic, and I still need to decide, but I do think this is the one that I'm gonna end up wearing. Now I just need to still find some shoes, and yeah, I don't know. It actually, this shopping day turned my whole day around. I think we're gonna heat up some leftovers for dinner, and we also usually go to the market on Saturday to get like our fruits and vegetables for the week, but we actually have a little bit of a weird upcoming week because we won't be home much. We're gonna be home tomorrow and then Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday is my birthday and we won't really be home on my birthday, I think. And then Thursday morning we're going into the office, and then we're staying at our parents until Sunday evening. So we don't even really need a lot of groceries, to be fair, so we didn't end up going to the market today, but usually that's what we do on Saturdays, and I actually really like it. I'm already back in comfy clothes because whenever I get home from somewhere I just want to be in comfy clothes. So yeah, let's go make the apartment a little bit more cozy.